here with Sam Bulba from Team Liquid, their mid player. Sam, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. We just beat Alliance.
You did. You've been dodging my interviews, but now I feel like all right, now I know.
I was kind of sad after yesterday. I didn't really want to talk to anyone.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Alliance thing first. Talk to me about the Alliance game.
It was. I think both teams, they had both strong drafts. They had their signature. They actually haven't run the explosion in a while, but they had 3 core heroes that are pretty strong for them at least, and then they had CM Visage, which is probably the 2 strongest supports right now with Venom.
Yeah.
And then we had kind of a lineup we haven't actually played much. Usually when I play, I play DK occasionally. I don't play that much. And then we had like some Bane DK. We had a DK Gyro Fear on comp. So it was the game came down to who had the better team fights, and whoever had more faster BKBs. So we got around 2 BKBs really fast. And then BKBs just own their heroes. And then the Nakes gets owned really hard by the Bane and the Alchemist.
Sure.
Because Alchemist has the acid spray. So what we learned from that game is we learned that support Alchemist is really strong.
Sure.
We've known it, but I think it's going to be actually one of the popular heroes upcoming.
Yeah. Chinese teams have been running it a lot. Before that, Peter Pandan is the inventor, right?
But like, Kama stepped on their bread.
That's okay. I wasn't. If it was the. Oh my God! It was both breads. All right. It's all right.
Fire him, please.
Oh, jeez.
Hashtag fire Kawa. So you were talking about your strategy, the fact you got 2 BKBs, 1 team fight.
And then we won the team fight and
support out.
Yeah.
Okay, you think more people are going to pick DK's going to pick?
Alliance is going to pick 2 more. I think every team will. Still. Like once you hit level 6, he's tanky as hell.
Sure.
His stun is really like strong.
Yeah.
And all the spells are broken. So.
Yeah, he said the same thing. So what made you more, I mean it was a good strat, but do you think it was just that you sort of strategically rejiggered, or did you play it better? What changed between the Alliance game and you guys were really down after the last game?
We picked and draft horribly. Like first signal we had we ran like a Cylinder, versus DK, we had
Viper safe.
That was really bad. And then we gave him like Timbersaw and Usage and stuff, and then versus Navi was another bad game where we had bad lanes.
Sure.
We lost every lane.
So do you think the games you've lost, have you lost in drafting and laning?
I felt the games we've lost in the first 2 minutes.
Okay.
Drafting wise, and then also laning wise.
Right.
We'll see if we can. And we talked about it together, and we realized our drafts haven't had much synergy at all.
Right.
We've just been random things, and we've been thinking too much. Usually online, obviously that's one of the things about being in LAN, but online we aren't as stressed out and don't think too much. But here it just feels like in the booth we're thinking way too much about things and trying to counter this and that, and then it ends up our lineup being horrible and stuff.
Right. Do you guys still think that you're adjusting to the LAN environment, like as a team?
Yeah, I mean this is our first LAN, obviously
The
Korea,
full
but that wasn't kind of like a LAN like this.
It's more of a show match.
This is our first LAN as a team, and this is a new patch as well.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. This new patch is like making it start pretty quickly.
Yeah. So what about it do you think is making, like, we've had a lot of upsets. We've had like half the field is 2 and 3 right now, so nobody knows who's going to playoffs. What's going on?
Well, first off, the patch just made everything random. It feels like like not something bad, but it just feels like everything's just kind of mixed up. You know, like one team can beat any other team just if they have good picks.
Sure.
And it feels like the laning phase is like so random right now as well. Like there are no like lanes. It's just like whoever makes these correct moves and then they snowball. That's one of the reasons I feel Sigma's winning every game. They have strong lanes and then they just snowball from the lanes.
Right. Do you think that Sigma and DK are winning from like just a more comfortable understanding of the meta, or are they just outplaying it?
I think DK is outpicking everyone. And then I think Sigma is just they're playing a lot better right now in this patch.
Yeah.
Other teams like they're thinking of these new things of how to use these heroes like Viper and Abaddon.
Yeah.
Like Odom and stuff like that. They're using the lane setup right now.
Sure.
How Dota is. And then also it just feels like Dota's a lot more snowballing right now, meaning like the gold increase was kind of big. Now it's like the team that's above is going to keep ahead. It's like harder to see comebacks, I feel.
Sure.
So that's what
All right. But do you have any inventions up your sleeve? You've invented so much stuff. Feels like you're going to invent this meta too?
I don't know. I'm still like confused on this meta.
Yeah.
Because
not an inventor.
Before coming here, we were like, we had a general idea of what to do.
Yeah.
And suddenly, like all these random heroes come up.
Sure. Do you feel like
the Sigma playstyle, we don't really know what to do versus it yet. I don't
Right.
think any team right now does.
Yeah.
I mean, even Alliance's game, they looked kind of shaky.
Yeah, that was really close. The last game of the night was one super. So, do you guys, are you working on something? Like, do you think you'll figure it out, or are you just going to try to play your best, like, just outplay people?
I think if you keep playing, we should be able to. We learned more than we learned a lot from our classes yesterday.
Sure.
And the tournament's still up on like
Yeah.
anything because we have 3 important games. We have to win every one.
Yeah. So you have Fnatic, EG.
Fnatic.
How do you feel about that field? Do you feel like the worst is over, or you feel
I
like?
feel the worst is definitely. I think we're a lot more confident. We have a pretty good win rate for Fnatic. Again, that's online.
Mhm.
We have a pretty good win rate for CG and scrims and matches, and we do pretty well this week.
Sure. What do you think it is with Fnatic? I actually asked No-Tail this question too. You're 6-2 against them this patch. What's like, you know, pick them or?
I think we just know the patch code.
Okay.
What did he say?
What did he say? Can't remember what he said. I think he was like, I think he said they're losing the game, you're not winning it.
It's typical. Everyone thinks, it's like the whole concept is like you lose the game, not the other team doesn't win.
Right.
I mean, it's partly true. Like you lose the games, it's your mistakes that cost the other team the games.
Sure.
Kind of logic.
So how do you feel about Sunday? You feel more confident now with this win?
I don't know. It's hopefully.
Did you play Mafia last?
No, we were like way too tired.
Yeah.
We just went back and said-
Did you guys like do any practice before you, or just like whatever? We're gonna calm down?
We just watched some replays.
Yeah. Well, all right, Boba. Any got any shout outs, sponsors, things like that?
Shout out to my team and sponsors, Razer, Barracuda, Shiny Things, Need for Speed, Twitch. And shout out to BTS. It's really new manager or new producer.
God,
Yeah.
Just fails at everything.
you're the fucking worst.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
All right. Thanks, Boba. Good luck, man. 3 more games. Winning in.